What's good, people, and welcome back to NLG. Today, we're going to be doing the Arsenal versus Fulham match preview. So, look, a lot going on this weekend. We've had some fixture changes. We're going to be going over lineups and also how we think we're going to fare and how we're doing in the table. So, let's get into it. First piece of news for the day. We've had a change to the Liverpool fixture in the Prem this weekend. So the Everton the Merseyside derby, Everton versus Liverpool, has been postponed due to adverse weather conditions. The game is officially off. Um, Apparently, Storm Dara has come and wiped out, cleaned up in the Merseyside area. But does this work out better for us, Schooners? Let me know down in the comments. I mean, now that the game's been called off, if we win against Fulham, which is going to be a tough game away at Craven Cottage tomorrow at 2 p.m., if we do win, that means there's technically a 4 point gap. Obviously, Liverpool will still have this game in hand to play at some point. But the Merseyside derby isn't necessarily easy. It's a cagey game, it's a local derby. But we will close the game down to 4 points, which is one advantage. However, the other thing about it as well is it gives Liverpool more time to rest, which we don't necessarily need them to get that rest ahead of their title charge. I mean, Kanate is out at the moment, which has been a big miss for them. We see how it impacted them against Newcastle the other day. So we kind of need we it would be better for Liverpool to have more games in a row, but also closing the gap to 4 points could put a lot of pressure on them and moving that Merseyside derby. Let me know what you think. What would you prefer? Closing the gap down to 4 points if we win tomorrow against Fulham, sorry, or would you, or like, do you think it's kind of a disadvantage them having more rest? But yeah, anyway, I digress. That's a massive game that's been postponed. Arsenal versus Fulham. It's the ex-Arsenal players versus the current squad. Honestly, we've got Alex Iwobi, we've got Emil Smith-Rowe, we've got Reece Nelson, we've got Bernd Leno. Obviously, Reece Nelson won't be playing tomorrow. I think he's injured anyway. But even if he wasn't injured, he would be tied in that loan because he's on loan. He can't play against his parent club, so he wouldn't be playing tomorrow in any case. But Fulham have strung together a good run of form. I mean, in the last 5 games, they've actually won 3. They won their last game, which was a great win for them. And they've played pretty decent so far. They've got Arsenal and then Liverpool afterwards. So they have a tough run of fixtures. They beat Brighton. They beat Brighton earlier this week on Thursday, 3-1, which is a big win for them. Drew against Tottenham as well before that. So yeah, it's not going to be an easy game, people. And I think we're going to need to line up to really go all out because Fulham do pose a lot of threats in the box. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on that. I mean, in terms of like how I'm thinking we should line up, I mean, it's going to be quite a tough game tomorrow. I think we're really going to need to be exhilarating. I think we're going to need to blow them away because Fulham have a way of countering, and Smith Rowe has been this season very pivotal to that, and it will be as well, in finding in gaps and playing in between the lines. He just creates that space. Now, Smith Rowe and Iwobi are going to want to prove a point. It's always sick to play against your parent club. Obviously, they both loved and played for Arsenal, but we let them go. So they're going to want to prove a point tomorrow. So, yeah, I think, honestly, in terms of our lineups, Calafiori and Gabriel apparently still were not in full training. So they were training indoors. They weren't outdoors with the team. So that's a bit concerning. It means they're going to be out for longer. That means probably Zinchenko will have his second run at left back. I mean, he did actually have a decent game. Last match, I think he did actually have a decent game until like the final 20 minutes, where his defensive lapses then came to bite him. But to be fair, in my opinion, Calafiori is kind of the same. Also good going forward, but defensively seems a bit shaky. Kivior, we're gonna have to see him again. He had a good performance at centre back. You have to give him props. He had a good performance at centre back and against Man United, and he seemed comfortable alongside Saliba. And we've always said, he's a centre back that was being made to play left back. Hopefully, he can get a second good run today. Now, in terms of lineups, I'm betting we'll line up exactly the same with Partey in the midfield. Now he's back in the team. Odegaard, Rice as the 8s. And then, obviously, the front 3 will play Havertz up top, Saka for sure. Out left, would you go Martinelli or Trossard? I'd personally go Trossard against West Ham. Trossard got a goal and an assist. A lot of people forgot to mention the fact he got an assist as well for Havertz, which was a great assist. That left-footed ball he played over the top to Havertz that he ended up converting. So he got a goal and assist against West Ham. Obviously, against United, played decently as well. Played okay, I'd say. So I'd give him a run. Martinelli needs to earn his spot back in the team. Although there's also an argument to say maybe we need more legs and more defensive work rate um, in this game as well. But I think I start Trossard for now. I think he could honestly help to unlock things for us today. So yeah, that's kind of how I would line up. I think I'd go with the exact same 11 as before, but I'd actually bring Ranieri on. I think this guy deserves a start. I think Fulham at Craven Cottage, if we can get a comfortable cushion, maybe 60, 70 minutes, I'd take someone like an Odegaard off and bring Ranieri on just to give him rest, or maybe even Saka and give him some rest because this boy been limping all across the globe. We need to protect him. So yeah, that's kind of how I'd line up people. Like match predictions for today. Oof, what am I gonna go for? I think it's gonna be a cagey game at Craven Cottage tomorrow. I'm gonna go for a 3-1 to Arsenal. I think we'll get goals, but I have a feeling we'll concede. Fulham have taken some points away from big teams, so I think it's very possible they could do the same, especially because we have Timber and Saliba, top quality. Zinchenko and Kivior, shaky warrior. We don't know how they're going to perform. So, yeah, people, let me know your thoughts and your match predictions down below. Let me know what you think about the postponement of the Merseyside derby as well and how that impacts us. And yeah, do you play Trossard or Martinelli? People, listen, fingers crossed, come on, you Gunners, and I'll catch you lot in the next video in a bit.